Hey, Michelle. How are you, cousin? How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, you guys. Hey, Linda. Hi, Virginia. Um. Oh, Michelle. Yeah, I gotta email you. I gotta email you that thing. I've been going through all my emails, cleaning out emails, looking for stuff. I had a lot of emails I had to respond back to. I'm on the HOA in my committee, so I was dealing with some stuff on that yesterday. Um, yeah, I got some. I got a lot of emails in here. I gotta look for your email, Michelle, so I can respond back to you. I'm looking. I don't see your original email. I'll look through it. I'll look through it so I can email you because I definitely want to send you that email, Michelle, today. Let me look at my sent email so I can look for your email. Sometimes I think this is you right here. Yeah, I know what it was, Michelle. I was looking for your email up under your name, but it's not. It's up on like a different, like a business account or something like that, right? That's what it was. Okay. I see it now. So let me respond back to you and add the invite for you to have. Okay, you should have it now, Michelle. Hey, beautiful. I am color. How are you? Um, Miss Linda says, I just saw you ladies on Joe Live. Yes, that's why I went live. After leaving Joe Live, I said, I gotta go live. I gotta go live. Dinner's happening now. Just took the glazed carrots out the oven. Ooh, that sounds good. I understand. I just thought I might have missed it. No. Because I was actually looking for it to send it to you, but I couldn't find your email. But I see what it was. I went back to my sent to look at the last people I responded to, so that's how I was able to find you from there. I gotta just save it up under Michelle's mirror or something so I can kind of remember. Um, Everyone's saying hello, hello. So listen, I came on live, you guys, because I was just on Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey live, and she was on there with Coach Mean Ring, and it was a really good live, you guys. It was really good. So Don says, I'm new here to my weight loss journey. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining us. I'm glad to have you here. So I just wanted to say something because, you know, Coach Mean Ring kept referencing, things that I was saying. And then it was like, how sometimes you have a lot to say and just typing, it's just too much to really get it in. So I asked her to drop the link, but she did not drop the link. And she skipped over that or whatever. She kind of like skipped over my last two comments. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go live. So I could just get it out. You know how you get into a conversation and it gets so good and it gets so juicy and it gets you going and you just gotta speak on it. That's how I felt. Like I just gotta speak on it because I kind of already touched on that subject already on my live last week and one of my videos the week before. And then Empowered Wellness with Teddy D. I'm not sure if you guys have followed him, but he also, been thinking about, the holidays, and he did a video as well, talking about the holidays, things like that. And yes, Miss Linda, that live was good and thought-provoking. And as soon as it got good, it was time for her to end it. At that moment, I'm like, no, we can't end this right now. So I just said, let me just go live. I don't care if 2 or 3 people come over here. I just want to get my thoughts out because I know others will eventually end up, coming over and watching the live later at another time. But yeah, so my thoughts were this. When, they were talking and they were saying, they was pretty much saying that to me, this is the way I took it. They were saying, we're not going to eat the sweet potato pie. We're not going to eat, all that stuff or whatever. My opinion is this, and I said it on the live. I said, well, I'm enjoying all of it. Everything they were saying, they, telling people pretty much not to eat or not to enjoy during the holiday. I said, I'm going to enjoy it. And my reason for saying that, you guys, is because I don't want to sabotage myself on this journey. What I learned early on before I even started this weight loss journey, this was way back when I did WW. I learned that the people who said, I'm not eating that stuff, I'm not doing it. Well, guess what happened? During the holidays, they fell off. They stopped coming to the WW meetings. They went MIA, missing in action. They went ghost. You know why? Because people get embarrassed during this time of the year when they fall off. When they overindulge, they get embarrassed and they go tuck their tail and hide. And I didn't want that to happen to me. So from that moment, I said, this is not going to happen. I am not going to overly indulge, binge, and then go hide and tuck my tail and hide and go MIA, missing in action. No, we're not doing that. So I had to learn over the years, you guys, prior to starting this GLP-1 journey, that I was going to enjoy the traditional holiday foods at moderation. Now the question came up, well, what is moderation? Moderation looks different for everyone. So it's not for me to say my moderation is I'm going to have one piece of sweet potato pie, 1 piece of pumpkin pie, and 1 piece of pound cake. And that's my moderation, right? But my moderation may not be the same as Linda's moderation. Linda's moderation may be to have a half slice of pound cake, a half slice of pumpkin pecan pie, or half slice of sweet potato pie. So everybody's moderation is different. And this is the reason why, on this journey, we have to do what? Listen and don't judge. We listen and we do not judge. Because let me tell you, way back when, I could probably eat, a whole piece of pound cake, a whole piece of sweet potato pie, and a whole piece of pumpkin pie for 3 days in a row, and still be able to drop a pound of weight. Now that my metabolism is not the same, I may not work out as much as I used to then. It wouldn't be safe for me to do that. So it may be better if I just say, you know what, I'm going to have a piece of each one of those. And we're just going to do 2 days, or something like that. And so that's one of the reasons why I introduced to you guys my plan for the rest of this year. That's one of the reasons why I went ahead and increased my steps from 8,000 a day to 9,000 a day for the month of September. For the month of October, my steps then will increase another 1,000. I'll be doing 10,000 a day. Except for Sundays. Sundays, I don't worry about steps. And I don't worry about exercising. And then when November come, I'm going to do 11,000 steps a day. When December come, I'm doing 12,000 a day. The reason I'm doing that because I already know me. I already know that I want to enjoy my pound cake, my sweet potato pie, and my pumpkin pie. I already know I want to do it. So I want to increase my fitness just a little bit. So if I increase my calories, an extra 300 or 400 a day, I'm burning it with those extra steps that I may be doing, or that extra bicycle ride, or the extra 5 minute session of hula hooping, or whatever. So that is me thinking far in advance already. And that is the reason why I shared that with you guys early, because I want people to start thinking that, okay, I'm not on a diet. This is a lifestyle. A diet is when you limit yourself for a short period of time, not years. If you have been on this journey already over a year or two, you need to get to a point where you stop limiting yourself and start trying to live, because we're finding a lot right now, you guys, that these insurance companies, they're playing games with us. They're playing games with these medications and stuff. I went from getting approved for Zepbound back in December to having 60-day authorizations. Okay, 6 months authorization. Then in July, I had to get another 6 month authorization, and then just recently they said I have a 60-day authorization. So they went from a year first to 6 months to now 60 days authorization, authorizing these medications. So at any moment, I could be, told that, hey, we're not going to have this medication next year. You're going to have to pay out of pocket if you're going to get it. Like our girl V. What is V channel? Weight loss? Is she on here now? No, she's not on here. But like V, if you guys been following V doctor has already started a plan with her where she's going to start taking her medication every 10 days instead of every week, because she has to go to a new plan in January, and she don't know what's going to happen in January, if she's going to have to stop cold turkey or what. So to get her to a point to where she'll have some pins left over until they figure out what's going to happen with her insurance company, her doctor is putting her on every 10 days. So it's like there's a lot of things going on. So I went into this journey from the beginning, and I'm really being strategic at, thinking far in advance on this journey, because I never know when my insurance is going to say, that's it, we cutting it. And when that happens, and if I can't afford to pay for the medication, then what am I going to do? I'm not going to have this medicine to tell me, that's it, clean, shut your mouth, you can't eat no more. Then that's when I'm going to have to use this. My willpower is going to have to come in then. I'm going to have to rely on my food habits, my new habits with food, and things like that. That's the reason why a lot of people say, well, why are you tracking? Tracking is like a diet. Okay, well, then what are you going to do if you stop taking the medicine? Something happened and you can no longer get the medicine. Then what are you going to do? You got to start doing things now. So when that time comes, if that time comes, you will be equipped, to keep going on your journey. So yeah, I couldn't wait to go live, because I never want anybody, and I would never tell anybody, don't eat the pie, don't eat the cake, eat it, but eat it in moderation. Your moderation does not have to look like my moderation. And it's so funny, you guys, because just this morning I was looking at a video. Matter of fact, I was looking at several videos before I started GLP-1 on my channel. And this is when I was doing intermittent fasting and out walking, with my husband and stuff. I was looking at some of those videos, and I looked at my very first video, and I introduced Wegovy to my community. I was looking at all those videos, and I was going to go ahead and, just make a video. I guess like sharing some highlights from several of those videos. And that's in my mind to do. I plan on doing that sometime soon. And some of the things I was saying reminded me of what I'm saying now, in the conversation that Joe and Coach Mean Green was having. And I love the fact that Coach Mean Green asked the question about what does your moderation looks like, because everybody moderation is not the same, you know. And if I tell you that my moderation is that I'm going to have a slice of pound cake, a slice of cheesecake, a slice of pumpkin pie, and a slice of sweet potato pie 2 days in a row, that don't mean it may be safe for you to do the same thing, because you may not work out as much as I do. You may not burn the same amount of calories that I do. You know, all of us don't have the same muscle mass, you know, and you know, the more muscle mass you have, the more your body burn at rest. So there's a lot of things you got to take into consideration. So I love the fact that she asked that question. But I'm Trace of Torrance Life. I'm never going to tell any of my sunrays not to enjoy your holiday. They just like telling a person, don't eat the cake on your birthday. That's your birthday. If you want to celebrate life, celebrate that the good Lord allowed you to live one more extra day, you want to eat your piece of cake, eat the cake. Okay? I'm going to be like, Ike, eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. Eat your cake and enjoy yourself. It's only one day. One day of eating something sweet is not going to put 5 or 10 pounds on you. I guarantee you, if you eat something sweet one day a week, you're not going to gain weight. It's when you do other things along with that, eat something one day a week. Because I've been doing it ever since I've been on this journey. From day one, starting my journey, every Sunday has been my indulge day. That has been my day that I will eat a piece of carrot cake, some ice cream, and my husband would probably go to Dairy Queen or this other ice cream place out in our area that we'll go to sometimes, or we'll go to this place over in Tampa called the what is it called? It's called the Peach Cobbler Factory. We'll go there, get some peach cobbler. They have all kind of peach cobblers. They have the mango cobbler, the mango peach cobbler, you know, just different kinds of cobblers and stuff. You know, we would do stuff like that every Sunday. Every Sunday I have been doing this. Except one Sunday just recently, it was like it never came across my mind. I didn't even have a desire at all. Yeah. But I did the next day. Because I craved it the next day. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that because, you know, when I said that I was going to enjoy all those things, you know, there was a few people that came behind me and said they was going to do the same thing. And then I like that low carb queen said that if she don't enjoy herself during the holidays, then she'll find herself pretty much indulging in it up to January, just because she deprived herself from it. And that's one of the things that I learned way back in WW days. Don't deprive yourself. Because when you deprive yourself, guess what? You're going to eventually go get it. And I've done that even on this journey right here. There have been days that wasn't a Sunday, wasn't my indulge day. And I had a real bad sweet craving. And I say, you know what? I'm just going to go in here and get this little yogurt, you know, and put me some little fruit and some little granola. And I'm going to eat that. And I'm going to be satisfied. Knowing my mind is telling me, girl, go in there and get some of that vanilla ice cream that your husband got in that freezer and put you a scoop of peanut butter on top of it, because I love peanut butter on top of my ice cream, and eat it. Guess what ended up happening, you guys? I'll go in there and get my yogurt, put my little fruit, my little granola. I'll eat that. And then guess what? I don't eat it, and my mind's still thinking about that ice cream with that peanut butter. So guess what ends up happening? I end up going and getting that ice cream and that peanut butter like I should have just did from the beginning. I turned my camera. If I would have went in there and just got that peanut butter and that ice cream from the beginning, I could have saved myself the calories that I had from the fruit, the granola, and the yogurt. I know I'm not speaking just to myself. I'm sure there are several other people who have experienced the same thing. Let me look at this chat. I saw you say I'm going live. It was really good. It was a really good live. It really was. Those ladies, it was like as soon as they got to that part, they got ready to end it. I'm like, nah, it's getting juicy. Nah, it's getting real good. Don't go. Drop the link. Let me come up. Hi, is it Alacia? How are you? Thanks for joining. I don't know what's ahead, but I hope I get through this gracefully, Twan. That makes sense. You will. And you will. You just have to go into it just saying, you know what? I'm not going to do like I've always done. I'm going to eat the food. I'm just going to eat in moderation instead of getting a cup of dressing, cornbread dressing. Let me do a half a cup of cornbread dressing. Let me tell y'all, last year when I cooked, I made a lot of let's just say I made a lot of changes in my foods last year. I don't know if y'all remember, but when I cooked, I use like fat-free cream cheese, not cream cheese, cream of chicken soups, with lower sodium. You know, it was a lot of different things I did. You know, I use more skim milk cheeses instead of just regular cheeses. I tried to cut calories in the food by traditional macaroni and cheeses and stuff like that. So it's a lot of things that we can do, you know, to help us. Hey Z, sunshine and sun rays. Hey, hey, hey. All is well. All is well. You did WW too. That's where I learned to read food labels. I still use that. I learned in a phase of life. Unfortunately, Betty, I did WW, but I didn't track and stuff like I was supposed to and stuff when I was on WW. I just didn't. I wasn't with it. But I realized that was something I was going to have to do on this journey to really be successful, because I knew that had I would have done it on WW, I would have been successful. Or eat the whole pie. Yes, and we listen and we don't judge. Hey, she is Tamika. Seriously, Michelle, you say joking, but people do. They will eat the whole pie. They will eat the whole pie. Especially nowadays, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but stuff in the stores, they're not the same size anymore. It seems like things are getting smaller and smaller. Right, they can pull it from underneath us at any moment. Exactly. Being proactive instead of reactive. Exactly. I still track too with my fitness pal. And I do too, Betty. I track. I try to track Monday through Friday at least. If I don't track at all, on Saturdays and Sundays, you getting it out of me Monday through Friday. Only times I really don't track Monday through Friday if I go out to eat or something and I really don't know how to track it, you know. But still, I've already tracked maybe the first 2 meals, so I kind of got a ballpoint figure of where I'm at, you know, with my foods and stuff like that. Hey, Shades of Change on GLP-1. How are you? Eat the cake. Yeah, honey, eat the cake. Anime, eat the cake. Hey, Joe, listen. Clean your ears, honey, and scratch them, because I'm talking about your sister. I'm talking about you, but not in a bad way. That chat, that live that you and Coach Mean Green did was one of the best lives I've been to, I would like to say, this whole year. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. That live had your girl going. I'm like, hey, let me come up. But y'all just skipped right on over me. So I'm like, you know, I'm going live because this conversation got me going. I gotta talk now. That live was so good, but I guess because you guys had probably on there for a long time or probably had something to do. I don't know if Coach Mean Green had somewhere to go or something, but you know, I know she had to end her live. But that was one of the best lives. Y'all was all over touching, you know, great topics. I mean, she had great questions, but when y'all got to that traditional stuff, y'all could have stayed there a little longer. The traditional holiday foods, that's when it really got juicy, but y'all had to go. And I was like, hey, let me come up, drop the link. But y'all didn't see me, y'all skipped over me. So I was like, you know what, let me just go live. Linda say, yes, we have to learn how to get along with food, how to rely on the new habits we have formed on a GLP-1 journey. Deprivation is not the answer. That is setting one up for failure. Yes. Hello. Oh, look, Coach Mean Green joined too. Hey, I'm just talking about you, sister. Just talking about you. But not in a bad way. Tamika say, everything in moderation. Do they realize it's a lifestyle change? And it also is about the amount, not what you eat, because causes weight gain. Exactly. Like, for instance, I share with you guys on day one, starting my journey, my doctor told me cut bananas, stop making smoothies, all that stuff. And I was like, okay. But she explained to me why. And I told her right then, I can cut back on the smoothies. And like you said, maybe don't make them with juice, and use maybe protein shake with it instead of the juice. I could compromise. But I ain't giving up my banana. I told her, I love bananas. I love bananas. I could eat a banana a day, you know. And she said to me, well, if you're going to eat a banana, eat a small banana. And that's when she told me, measure my phone. Hold the banana up to my phone. When it curves or whatever, if it stops like my phone, that's considered a small banana. So that's what I do when I go to the grocery store. When I go to the grocery store, I hold my phone up to the bananas when I buy them. Because I try to eat just small bananas. If they don't have any small bananas, then I'll go with the medium-sized banana. And sometimes, be honest, it's kind of hard to tell to me, large and medium. So a lot of times I'll just track it as a large, even if it's a medium, so I don't know. So, but small, I do hold that bad baby up to my cell phone. That's how I know that they're small bananas. Because I told her I'm not stopping my bananas. I may not eat one every day, but yeah, a lot of times I'll eat a banana 4 or 5 days a week. And then my dietitian, she told me to cut coconut water. And I told y'all, I even told her, I said, listen, we had coconut trees in our yard. My daddy used to knock them coconuts down off the tree for us and bust them open, so we can drink the coconut water out of them, and then he'll bust them open so we can eat the coconut right out of the coconut. I mean, that was like a treat for us when we were kids, because my dad wasn't a real big sweet person, and I shared y'all, he was a bodybuilder. So I'm like, if my dad was a professional bodybuilder, he ate bananas, he ate coconut and drank coconut water all the time, and so I'm like, it ain't gonna hurt me. And I still do it to this day. I share y'all all the time in my pack my bags with me or what I eat in a day videos. I show y'all I'm eating bananas. I show you guys that I'm eating regular peanut butter. People got a lot of problem with peanut butter, but I'm eating it. I drink my coconut because it's a lifestyle. I am not going to give up everything that I love. I'm not. I'm just going to enjoy it in moderation. Now, I will say there are some things that I love that I have cut back on, and I have, said, I'm not doing it. But the reason why is because I found alternatives for it. Like, for instance, I shared with you guys that every single year, once a week for years, when I come home from work from October through December, I would drive by the mall. And I will stop to the mall, to Cheesecake Factory, and I would get me a slice of pumpkin cheesecake or pumpkin pecan cheesecake, where it's a layer of pecan, it's a layer of cheesecake, and a layer of pecan pie, and a layer of pumpkin pie. When I tell you that thing's so good, that thing is the bomb. You hear me? But for last year, I didn't go. Not one time. I think the year before that, I went one day and got just one slice during the whole I guess the whole season. And the reason I didn't go last year was because I was introduced to Prime Bites protein brownies. And when I found out they had a pumpkin protein brownie that I like, I ordered me 2 boxes, and that's what I ate on during the season. I know y'all remember me showing y'all in my pack my bag with me videos. I was chomping down on them pumpkin protein brown. They have like 19 grams of protein. I think they're 240 calories, 19 grams of protein, and I forgot how many carbs. But it was way healthier than me going to the Cheesecake Factory. So last year, I didn't go to the Cheesecake Factory not one day. Not one time. Not one time. That's what you call a lifestyle change. Right there. That's a lifestyle change. But I have not found any substitutes for my banana and my peanut butter. Because I don't like that PB2 stuff. It's just not the same. Don't get me wrong. I will make a smoothie or something, put some PB2 in it. But it's different than when I want to dip my peanut butter, my banana in some real peanut butter. You see what I'm saying? It's some stuff I'm just not going to substitute for. And we just have to get to that point to where What we're going to substitute, we can and will, and what we're not, we just not, and we have to figure out how to fit it in our micros. That's it. If I know I'm gonna have me some peanut butter, and I know that peanut butter is 210 calories or whatever, I just got to make sure that whatever else I eat for that day, I don't go over my caloric intake. Let's see. I said I will have to ignore it. You will have to ignore it. Okay. All I see right now is 100. I can't go by it. Please, Lord. So, right, Tamika. Hi, Tamika. Everyone saying hello. Next time, Twan, Joe. Yes, I agree. Michelle, Coach Mary. Hello. Hey, Mia. Michelle, you will get there, Michelle. Don't put too much stress on you, Michelle. You got this. It's a journey, not a trip. Yeah, and Michelle, you're doing something different right now. You just introduced hula hooping, to your exercise regimen. That's something that you weren't doing before. So continue to do what you was doing before, and just keep doing your hula hoop. Don't do your hula hoop and put your other routines on the back burner. Just use it as something extra to kind of help get you, to where you're trying to go. Yeah, you'll get there. Right, Linda? Thank you for the advice. I didn't have as much weight to lose as others on this journey, but I have been doing moderation the entire time because I want the gains to be sustainable. Yes, yes, yes. You have to think about long term. Your insurance can stop at any time. I made that mistake with Zepbound versus Wegovy. Now I think about video ideas. Yep. I stay at the same weight 2 weeks, even with birthday celebration, eating both weeks. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Because sometimes you can eat within your caloric goals and not gain or not lose. So celebrating and eating, and you still stay the same. That's good. We're going to come back. Yeah, y'all got to go back to that. That live was really good. It was really, really good. Tamika say she's making a smoothie now. She was supposed to. It's just that our time schedule, I had some things going. She had some things going on one day. Yeah, I love me some smoothie. But see, the reason why my doctor told me to cut back on the smoothie because she was asking me how I was making them. I was making my smoothies back then using oikos, yogurt, fruit, and fruit juice. And she was telling me it was too much sugar in the fruit juice and the fruit, and she was telling me, make it with protein powder instead of oikos yogurt because I'll get more protein in it. And then I wouldn't have to use the juice. And I was like, oh. So then at that point, I was introduced to adding protein to my smoothies, that type of thing. You drinking a protein drink now? Awesome. From then to now, things are a lot different eating wise for me. I enjoy different than a year ago. Yes. I stopped using WW before Oprah came over. Good. I still use some of the tools I learned though. Yeah, me too, Betty. I stopped WW for so many different reasons. Yeah, I just felt like I wasn't really. You're not successful once you leave it. Put it like that, because you don't. When you eat in something, you can't say, "Well, oh, this many points." Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to it. Then I didn't like how WW rewarded us with food. I had to step back because I found myself rewarding myself with food too much with WW. I love the Hershey chocolate cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. I get it on my birthday and enjoy it. Awesome. I never had that one up before. Auntie Annie's cinnamon pretzels get me all the time, but now I don't have a desire to eat it. Yes, I love those Jif single packets. I love to buy those. I love to buy the one with the chocolate peanut butter, and I take my apple or my banana and dip in it, and I'll eat it for a snack. Hmm. Hey, friends, just catching your live. Hey, Cassandra, all is well. Hey, Reset with Anissa. Hey, JC Calamity. Oh, you changed your picture. Yeah, and I think she is Tamika going live. Tamika, what time you going live? At 4:30? What time you going live, Tamika? Thanks for celebrating the live I did with Coach Marine. Here's the link to replay for anyone who didn't see it. Yes, y'all got to check that live out. It was really good. It was. It was really good. WW didn't work for me because the foods I can eat that won't raise my glucose use 1,000,000 points. Hey Amy, how are you? Hello everyone. Today marks 4 months on GLP. I have lost 40 pounds. Oh, that is awesome. Congrats. 40 pounds in 4 months. That's 10 pounds a month. That's awesome. I thought I was losing slow, but now I am not. Just been comparing myself to others. Um, which one are you on? What medication are you on, Amy? Hey, 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 Mindy. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I have a channel now. You have a channel now. What's your channel name? What we talking about, Jen? Well, Joe Sleep and Slim Down journey. I saw she was live, so I started watching her live, and she was joined with Coach Mean, and it was awesome. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. It was like an interview like type thing. And towards the end, they was talking about holiday food and not eating the pie and stuff like that. And so I had to comment. I said, "Well, I'm enjoying all that, in moderation." And so they kind of went on, and I wanted her to understand my point. What I was saying. So I was like, "Hey, let me come up, drop the link, so to speak." But she didn't. But she said she didn't see me. So I said, I'm just gonna go live since she was getting off, because it's like as soon as the conversation got juicy to me, they was ending the live. So let me just go live and talk about it. Because Jen, I don't know. I'm a little different from everybody else. Some people, they're afraid and they're scared to indulge a little bit. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I look at it like this. This is not a diet for me. And I know I'm at 130 pounds of weight loss right now. There are several content creators that I saw on this journey that they reached 100 pounds of weight loss way before I did. Some of them that kind of started along with me. And I was a little slower than some of them. But you want to know why? A lot of it didn't have so much to do with just the medication that I was on. A lot of it had to do with me saying, I'm not going into this thing like a diet. I'm not giving up stuff that I love. I'm going to enjoy what I want to enjoy. I'm just going to figure out how to do it in order to lose weight. And that's what I've done on this journey. However, I have decided to make a few changes with some things. Like I've shared with you guys how I've had boxes of oatmeal pies in here. Them, them little Debbie's that we all grown up off of. I love them. My husband still buying them. But now my husband knows, don't buy them big ones no more. Just buy the baby ones, the little small ones. Because every now and then I will grab one. I will eat one. Sometimes he have them in there and months go by and I won't even eat one. And then every now and then I may just go grab one and eat one. Or something like that. So it's like little things like that I do differently. Instead of eating some sweet, 3 or 4 days a week, I usually just eat some sweet one day a week, now versus 3 or 4 days a week. So it's like little stuff like that. I was talking to She is Tamika a few weeks ago, and it's so funny because ever since I've been on this journey, you guys, over 2 years, I will always eat real light on Tuesday, especially for dinner. I try to eat light because I know I gotta weigh in the next day. But for some reason, I went to Publix and I grabbed some fried chicken. And I told Tamika some chicken wings at that. I said, Tamika, can you believe I got to weigh in tomorrow and I'm eating chicken wings today? I said, that's how much I have changed on this journey. I said, I have got to the point on my journey that I realized that, Twan, eating chicken one day is not going to put 2 or 3 pounds on you. No. And guess what? I ate that chicken. Me and Tamika laughed about it. And the next day I got on that scale and I was down. I lost weight. So it's like now I'm not so afraid to do certain things because I'm on this journey. Like now, I haven't been on my scale since Wednesday. And y'all know I was one of the ones that would get on the scale every single day. Every single day. Then it got to the point where I would do 2 days a week, which is Wednesday and Sunday. Sunday is like my midweek check-in to see where I'm at. Because you know we eat the most Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Let's just be honest. Research says it. You know, people they'll consume more calories on those days. And I know I don't track on Saturdays and Sundays. And sometimes Friday night too. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons why I will weigh myself on Sunday so I kind of see where I'm at. So I can say, okay, now you got to go hard Monday and Tuesday because you got to weigh in Wednesday. You know, that type of thing. But now I'm like, I don't did good all week. This little one day ain't going to kill me. You know, that's where my mindset is now. And I guess that shows how I'm changing, so to speak. And I even told Tamika a while back, I don't know if she remember me telling her that because I know she's on here. I think it was her or Kim J or both of them. I was like, I'm about to just don't get on the scale and don't give a weigh in for a whole month. And then just boom, here I am. And I might just do it during the holidays. I might just say, you know what? I'm gonna eat, enjoy the holidays, and don't even worry about what that scale say, and just get on there the first of the year. Here I am, January 1st. It's a new year. I don't know. I'm thinking about that because we get too caught up on the scale. We do. We get too caught up on that scale. You know, I was having a conversation with my youngest daughter, and she was like, "Mom, I've been working so hard, and I got on the scale, and it said I was up 4 pounds." And she was like, 4 pounds? How I gained 4 pounds all this working out I'm doing? So she was like, bump it. I ain't getting on the scale no more until the end of this month. But she ended up, not getting on the scale, I think, for like a week or two. And then she did her measurements and she had on drop so many inches. You know, she was like, wow, here I am, we're about a scale, and I'm right here losing all these inches. You know, and I was like, yeah, I say the scale doesn't bother me like it do most people. People get on the scale and they get discouraged. I don't. So it don't bother me to get on the scale, but being that she knows it's a trigger for her, she just said, I'm done with the scale. I can't do it. I'll get on the end of the month. I'm like, well, baby, do what you got to do, Do what you got to do. So what am I saying? Everybody's journey is different. What works for me is not going to work for you. So I would never force anyone and tell them about it. No, you got to get on that scale every day. Or you got to get on there twice a week. No, if you don't feel comfortable, then don't do it. Hey, Beverly, how are you? You're welcome, Amy. Okay, you're on to Zepbound. Okay. Yeah, she is. She's doing great. Jane, I have to check you out. Thank you, Amy. I'm glad you're here with us. Jen say, me too, LOL. What you mean, Jen? Me too. You gonna enjoy your pumpkin pie, your sweet potato pie? Jane, I suck. Okay, I have to go. Oh, she got her chickens on there. Okay. I'll check you out. And Twan, because of you, I started Hooks Hoop. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So you hula hooping. Okay, good, good, good. The live was so good. I love the energy. Yes, that live was so good, Dorothy. It was. It was a really good live. Joe and Coach Mean, they have to pick up where they left off with that live. They have to, because it was really good. It was very engaging. It was engaging. It was captivating. Yeah, they need to. Hey, Tiff. You are one of my GLP-1 inspiration. Congrats on your success. I was discouraged with having lost 25 pounds in 0.5 months, expecting more loss, but I'm pressing on. Thank you so much. Listen, you got to, Tiff. Just keep pressing on because it's a journey. The medication does not work the same for everyone. It just don't. As long as you and I look at it like this: if you're losing, that's a good thing because 25 pounds in 3.5 months, that is great. That is awesome. Because okay, let's just do the math. If you got three and a half, so that's what 18 weeks. We looking at 18 weeks, y'all. No, 12, 14 weeks. So let's say 14 weeks divided by 25 divided by 14. You're losing 1.7 pounds a week. That is awesome. That is awesome because the weight loss is for a healthy weight loss is 0.4 pounds a week. The 2 pounds. So you're not losing slow at all. At all. At all. And so let me just say this. Y'all see how I keep putting my hands in my hair? I get so many people like, I've been laying around all day, y'all, so I haven't done my edges, so I don't look the best today. I don't have on fancy earrings. Got on these little diamonds that my husband brought me a few years ago. I don't have no dangling pretty earrings, just plain diamonds or whatever. But anyway, I'm just relaxed today, chill mode. So I haven't really done anything to my hair or anything. But people always say to me, Twan, your hair is really growing. Your hair is really growing. Someone commented on one of my videos just a couple of days ago, and she said to me, one of the side effects that she was afraid of with starting this medication is losing her hair. Because so many people have lost their hair, on this journey. She said, well, Twan, they don't seem to be an issue with you. And I just pretty much responded, well, I make sure that I continue to fuel my body, even when I'm not hungry. I make sure I get in more than enough protein that I need, and things like that. So let's just be honest. One of the reasons why people lose hair on this journey is because they're not getting enough nutrients. They're not. And here I am. I was being judged by a lot of people for overly eating. They thought I was eating way too many calories or eating too much food. And although I was only eating like 1,500 to 1,800 a day, but they said I was eating too much. People were saying that, they could never eat as much as I eat. I used to get all that stuff. But I never had a problem, with nausea. I experienced nausea one time, and I don't consider it a problem. It was only because I was doing intermittent fasting when I got the 2.4 milligrams. And I had two of my sunrays say, Twan, that happened to me. You cannot do intermittent fasting the day after your injection. When you give yourself your Wegovy injection, the next morning you need to eat right away. And guess what? I did that. Did not experience it again. So I'm always challenging myself. I say, you know what? Let me just see something. I remember what time the nausea happened. So I said, let me see if I can get closer to that time and see if it comes back again. Sure enough, when it got close to that time, I felt the nausea coming on a little bit. I got up, got me something to eat. I said, I'm not playing with this. And from that day forward, the next morning after I give myself my Wegovy injection, I would, go ahead and get up, exercise like I would normally do, and then I go ahead and get my shower and I eat right away. I wouldn't sit there and wait 2 and 3 hours later to eat, things like that. So I didn't have any problems, fainting, falling out, all that stuff like people was doing, the stomach issues. I didn't have all that stuff because I was eating like I was supposed to. I was fueling my body, getting in my protein, that I'm supposed to get in every day, that type of thing. And let me go back to Tiff. Tiff, one of the reasons why when you was probably comparing yourself to others and seeing what they were losing and you was expecting yourself to lose more, it was probably because a lot of those people was under eating. They weren't eating enough calories that they were supposed to. Yeah. Reset with Anissa says, I had cake the first time since my journey started in May. It made me so sick, and now I know I can't even have sweet treats. I love to bake during the holidays. Mounjaro did this. And see, you're diabetic too, so maybe sugars is different for you too, Anissa. And that's another thing we have to keep in mind. I'm not a diabetic. I was never pre-diabetic, so I don't have no problems when it comes to sweets. Those famous little Debbie's helped me realize a lot all through this journey. Yeah. Tiff, that is a great progress. Yes. I buy the chicken wings from the supermarket. I just add a salad. Yes. And matter of fact, Jen, I think that's what I did that night. When I was talking to Tamika, I think I had salad while my husband had the baked beans and the potato salad. I had leafy green salad. And then too, Jen, let me just back up. I don't eat 10 wings anymore. I don't even eat 8 wings. Yeah. Now I'm eating like 5. 5 wings and I'm good. Give me 5 wings and a little salad, I'm good. So you see the difference now? Yeah. Yeah, I know what you meant, hula hoop. I had to think about it. I finally caught you live. Hey, Nikki, thanks for joining. Yes, Tiff. Tamika, what time you going live? I don't want to interfere with your time. I definitely want to be over there for you. Jane, I have to watch your video. I did subscribe. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, I remember that conversation. Hey, Miss Linda. That darn scale. Thank you. It's Dorothy's the best time. Coach me. Next time, Twan. 5, definitely get involved. Thank you all. She appreciate all of us. Yes, ma'am. I was weighing myself every day. It's not good for my peace. If it's not good for you, then don't do it. Then don't do it. If it's not good for you, don't do it. One of the reasons why I was weighing in every day, because it helped me. It did. It helped me because it would show me days where you had this to eat. You don't need to be eating like that because look what it did to you the next day when you get on that scale. So I looked at it like that versus, as a way of it crushing me. Oh, yes to the pies. I text you and Kim J about JC video, but I believe you were on July. Yeah, I saw I got a text message from Kim and some text messages from you. I got a whole bunch of text messages from some other people too. I haven't even went and looked at them yet, so I have to check them out. Yeah, I have to check them. I got some more text messages that came in too. Joe is dropping that link. When we gonna see you do the iced coffee? Love the unboxing. Well, I may just do it in a video, a pack my bag with me video, because I was gonna do it this morning, but yeah, we didn't go to church this morning. We laid around this morning as well. Laid around. I don't know. I was just overly tired and exhausted this morning. I don't know if it was a medicine I took. I don't know. But I took last night for the first time Minnow Chill. Have y'all ever took that before? Minnow Chill by Blight Girls Vitamins. It's supposed to help you with your menopause, your hot flashes. And it has ashwagandha, blight, is it blight coal something in it? I don't remember. Yeah, anyway. And I know when I took that ashwagandha by itself, when I bought it from Walmart, by itself, it made me tired the next day too. So I'm thinking that stuff is what's overly relaxing me, making me tired. But this morning I didn't really want to get up. I just told my husband we ain't gotta go to church today because my body's saying just relax. But I did share with my husband that I did not have any hot flashes last night. Yeah. So that stuff is working already. That's the first night in a couple of weeks I did not experience hot flashes at night. So that stuff is the truth. Is working already. Just the first time. I took 3. Hey, Virginia. It's Twan because you shared with us. I'm getting my first lipo injection tomorrow. So excited. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. You wait to see if you want to buy it too. What people said you are too much. No, they said I was eating too much. Oh, girl, I used to get it bad on this. They used to tell me all the time. But let me tell you, this is one lady, And I can't never remember her name. I don't know if she still watch me, but she don't know what she did for me. And I appreciate her so much because she came on here just a couple months ago and she said to me on one of my videos, she said, wow. And she told me when a year ago, when you first started your journey, I said to you, there is no way I can eat all that food like you're eating and lose weight. She said, but I was wrong. She said, I was wrong because you have lost. I think I had got to 100 pounds at this time when she came back on my video and said this. She was like, you proved me wrong. Whatever. She said, I was wrong about you because you continue to lose weight, yada, yada, yada. I don't remember exactly how she said it, but I was like, wow, that was very big of her to come back because I didn't even remember her. I didn't even remember what she told me, but that was big of her to come back to my channel to say, wow, I said this about you eating too much or whatever. No way I can eat as much food as you eat and lose weight. And how you losing weight eating like that or something, she said. She said, but I was wrong because you continue to lose weight. She was like, continue to do what you're doing because obviously it's working. And I was like, wow. And I just told her, how much I appreciated her for even coming back and saying that. That was big because a lot of people would not admit their wrongs. There's a lot of grown folks that will say things to you in rude ways, and do things and just act like, oh, ain't nothing happened, and the next time they address you, knowing that they said something intentionally, that was rude to you, or something like that. They just act like, oh, ain't nothing happened, just going on like ain't nothing happened. But this lady came back to my channel to tell me she was wrong. I was like, wow, that was big. That was big of her to do that. And I appreciate people like her. I really do. Right. That's what I mean, Tamika. Correct. They're not eating enough nutrients. You got that right. That's what I meant. Because sometimes, and that was me. At the beginning of my journey, I was eating a lot of food, but a lot of it wasn't good nutrients. So I'm glad you said that, Tamika. But I had to get it right every week. This was a journey for me. It was a new lesson every week. That's one reason why I said I was stepping on that scale, because that scale was showing me where I needed to scale back or try something different. Because there were for a long time, I was eating my 1,500 calories, but I was eating 200 carbs, and stuff like that. Now I'm scaling back where I can do my 1,500 calories and I have 120 carbs, like I was supposed to do. And let me tell you somebody else. I love this lady so much, you guys. Low Carb Queen. I love Low Carb Queen because Low Carb Queen, I got introduced to her one Saturday morning. She was going live. She go live every Saturday morning. And she was making some brownies out of almond flour. I never even knew such a thing. And I went to Aldi, brought all the products, and I came home and made them brownies out of almond flour. It was so good. And I was like, wow, because I have sweets. Sweets is my problem. Like sweets is Low Carb Queen problem. And she made that brownie, and I was like, oh, I'm going to try that. And I started doing it. And I was like, wow. I was so happy that she did that, because from that day forward, that's when I started saying, okay, well then Thanksgiving came. Let me make my peach cobbler and let me use different items this time when I make my peach cobbler, versus the stuff that I was using before. And so that's what I did. Y'all go check out my recipes that I made for Thanksgiving. I got a playlist that have soul food Thanksgiving or something like that. You'll see y'all how I skin it down, that peach cobbler I made. I think I put it on the one that I skinned it down. I think I put it on there. But anyway, yeah. And Low Carb Queen, that was one of her issues too. She was eating, the caloric intake that she needed, but she was eating too many carbs, and not eating enough protein. Now she's doing better, with incorporating more protein. But it's a journey. You're just not gonna start this lifestyle today and just do everything perfect. No, it's a journey. You have to learn where to scale back at and where to increase at what area, that type of thing. Yes, Anessa, they were that bold that it was back in 2023. Yep. Tamika remember because me and Tamika been following each other from the beginning on our journey. Because when I started Wegovy, I think she had just started like a couple weeks before me. Tamika, when did you start? Yo, Wegovy. Was it? I know I started February 23. I think you started January, right? When was it, Tamika? I know we started around the same time, and we've been following each other ever since. Hey, Ashanti, with that beautiful smile. How are you? What people come on list, so that's fine. Linda. Y'all go back through the comments on my old video. Y'all see some of that stuff. Some people we were deleting. Even Tamika, we say how people used to come bully us. Tamika be like, delete them. She's like, they was on my page trolling. It's this one lady, she's a troll, man. Tamika, bad. And it's, you know what? I'm not here to judge or talk about anybody, but Tamika know who I'm talking about. It was this one lady that used to troll me and Tamika so bad, and she used to just troll everything we said. This same lady, and she's a content creator. And when you go to her channel and you look at her, you're gonna be like, you need me and Tamika's help, sister. And you around here trolling us like this. Come on. You know, I'm not talking bad about anybody because I could have been like that. But when you look at her, you know, you're like, sis, seriously, why are you trolling us? You need to be joining us, okay? Don't do that. I mean, Tamika was like, Twan, I don't know. I can't get rid of this lady. She was like, I don't block her, and some kind of way she came back. I don't know. It was so funny. Either she muted her and the lady came back. I don't know. It's like YouTube would not let us get rid of her. I don't know, but I haven't seen her in a long time. Tamika, I hope I don't jinx us and talk her back up. I love how you respect her time. Amazing community. 4:30. Okay. So let me know, Tamika, which one? Which one? Oh yeah, we have to work together, Michelle. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are certain content creators on here that I love down. You hear me? And I will respect them in their time. But there's other content creators that don't respect you and your time. So I just had to get to the point where, okay, they say it's business, which is right. But when you have a love for people, you know, and you want to respect the community, because I thought, you know, in the beginning, we always trying to work together in the community. So considering that I thought we were all trying to be a community, I wanted to respect others' times, but I realized that others didn't respect my time. So I'm just like, well, okay, that says a business, so it is what it is. But Tamika, when it comes to Tamika, I'm respecting her time. Yeah, I'm respecting her time. So my plan today is to get on Tamika's live. And then after Tamika, I'm getting on G's 101. I don't know why we want to call him Jeezy. G's 1 of 1. I'm going to his live to check him out. Hello, Ashanti. Hey, Darium, how are you? What he call us? Sunday chillers? Okay. I like that. Sunday chillers. My dinner for tonight is 3 air fried chicken wings with tossed salad tonight. You know, I heard Coach Mean Reen say that she can make some really good crisp wings in an air fryer that reminds her of fried wings. I have never put wings in an air fryer. Y'all got to give me y'all recipe. How do y'all do it? What do y'all do? Because I want to get to that point where I can air fry my wings too. You was tired today too. I know. So I wanted Tamika, if it was really the medicine made me sleep, I need to research it. Was it just that I was tired from me grandbabies? They gone now. My daughter had just picked them up shortly before I went live. She had just picked them up. Hope your Sunday is going well. I was in the bushes, so please forgive me if I'm out of line. No, you're fine. You certainly can check me in real time at Trace Online. No. You're fine, Darian. I'm not gonna be intentionally trying to check anybody. You know, I think there is way too much food shaming. It is. It really could be. It really could be, Darian. So no, I don't think you out of line for saying that. I think it really is too much food shaming because just because a person decides that they want to indulge one day, it doesn't mean that, you know, they're a bad person or they're not taking their lifestyle change. I don't want to use that word either. Let's just say this. It doesn't mean that they're not taking it serious. Let's say that. I think there's too much vilifying of hunger in this community. Give us some examples, Darian. That is the key. Do what works for you. Yeah. That's so true, Coach Mean. I follow you today and can't wait to catch the replays with you and Joe. Yes, that video, that live rather, not video, was good. It really was. It was good. It just seemed like it just cut off too fast. It seemed like something got juicy. Well, for me, that's my opinion. I was ready to jump in. It was good. It was really good. Yeah, we could have went on and on debating. But it's good when we can debate about it in a good way, you know, and everybody can agree to disagree and respect each one's opinion, you know, that type of thing. It's good to acknowledge when you're wrong and apologize if you address something incorrectly when you recognize it. True. Yes, low carb queen is amazing. Ashwagandha makes me tired. I thought that's what it was, Cassandra. But it helps your muscles after a workout. I thought that's what it was. I said, it gotta be this stuff, because I was like, I started taking my lipo mineral injections and I was, fine. And all of a sudden I tried ashwagandha, and next thing I just was the next day I was like, oh. But I got up and I pushed myself to exercise anyway, and I got through it. I thought that's what it was. So you know what? Tonight, so taking 3 of those minnow chills, I'm going to take 2. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, he's going to love it. I make butternut squash taste like candy yams for Thanksgiving. So good. Ooh, I love me some butternut squash. Hey, Marjorie. Cindy DeMoncho from Keto Low Carb Carnivore Community. We clarified that in the last 2 years, all the GLP-1 communities are protein first. At Traces of Twan's Life, you need our help. I need y'all help. Our mistakes help us learn. Don't give up. Just try to. Exactly. And that's what I've been doing on this journey. That's what I've been doing on this journey, Miss Linda. When I make little mistakes, I just keep going. Today's a new day. That's what I do. And that's one of the reasons, Miss Linda, why I like to try new things and different things. Because I know there are times that we make mistakes. And sometimes trying new things can help bail us out when we make our mistakes. Oh my goodness. I would like to know who the troll is, because I don't follow Mean Girls. Believe it or not, this person is not in our community, but she's a content creator, Miss Nikki. The person that was trolling me and Tamika real bad, she is not in our community. She is not on GLP-1 medications, but she's lost some weight. But she was trolling us big time. Big time. So I don't know if she's trolling other people, but she was trolling me and Tamika big time. You're so funny, Trace Twan's Life, but she would benefit being on the track with you. And she is Tamika. Sometimes people troll because they are really triggered by your bravery to battle the weight. I mean, everything me and Tamika was doing. And it's funny because I didn't know this lady was doing this to Tamika until Tamika happened to read my comments one day, and she screenshot them and she sent it to me. I say, I'm so sick of this lady. And Tamika's like, yeah, she does me like that, and da-da-da, And then Tamika would send me screenshots of the lady and her comments, and oh my God, she trolled us so bad. I mean, bad. It was like everything we did was wrong. Everything. That makes a lot of sense, Coach. I have a list of content creators I watch in rotation. My goal is support as many people as I can. Yeah, I try to too, but all of them won't support you, so I don't got to the point where I ain't supporting everybody. I don't support people who support me because there's so many of us. I'm looking for positive content creators to help me with my journey. Well, Miss Nikki, there's a lot of them here. There's a lot of content creators on this live right now. All content creators, drop purple hearts in the chat so Miss Nikki can see who you are. Sorry, you guys, I had to get some tissue. All content creators on the chat, go ahead and drop your purple hearts so that Miss Nikki can see who you are. And Miss Nikki can go back to your channels and see if she like what she see and love what she hear. And then she can follow you guys as well. Yes, chicken wings, air fry is so delicious. I gotta learn how to make them. Miss Linda, you're gonna have to do a tutorial to show us, Miss Linda. 21 likes and 43 people. Yeah, y'all go ahead and thumbs up this live. Go ahead and hit the like or tap the screen. You know, Joe introduced that to me, tapping the screen. I just season them real good and add a little olive oil and the light to coat it. Then I air fry and flip them often. They come out perfect. Oh, you lightly coat them. You coat them with flour. Debate give us an opportunity to learn from each other. Yes. But we got to learn how to do it in a good way, you know? That's the thing. Rehunger. I have seen so many creators who are saying that they were hungry and said it was time to go up in dose. They say hunger means the meds aren't working. You're supposed to get hungry anyway, right? Aren't we supposed to get hungry? Like yesterday. Yesterday, I went live and I made a protein coffee. And then I ended up drinking the protein coffee that I made for my granddaughter, which was only like a little bit of protein I put in for her. I ended up drinking hers too. We left the house. We went to Lakeland. We went to grab food. It was after 2:00. So I don't think I started eating until about 2:30ish, 3:00 yesterday. And I was hungry. And I know that this 15 is working for me. So I don't think that because you're hungry, the medicine isn't working. It's supposed to help I guess keep you satisfied when you do eat and that type of thing, but you're supposed to get hungry, especially if it's been hours since you've eaten. So I don't know, Darian. I don't know. I guess when you hear content creators say that, I don't know. Ask them the question. Well, how many hours is it between your meals? And see what they say. Because honestly, you guys, I don't go that long without eating. When I drank that coffee yesterday morning, y'all saw me had that protein coffee. It was what? Around 11:00, something like that, I believe, when I had it. I know my husband left because my grandson had to be to practice at 10. So I think it was around 10:30ish, 11:00 when I was drinking it. So 12, 1, 2, 3. So 4 hours later, I was hungry. And I had that. Yeah, so yeah, I was hungry. So I don't know. I don't know. What's the name of the injection again, Twan? The one that I take is called Lipomino. There's a lot of different ones out there. There's Lipomino C. There's a Lipomino mix that I just recently found out about. There's a lot of different ones. There's a MIC, a MICC. What should I be taking it at night versus morning? Oh boy, thank you, Cassandra. Oh yeah, Tamika. I don't know. So Cassandra, when did Cassandra say she take hers? I've been taking it at night. I don't know. I'm going to host a panel discussion. Please let me know if you would want to join in. I would join. Are you asking like everybody on the chat? But I definitely would. Just let me know when. Twan, what attracts me to your channel is you don't cheat at the health and weight losses journey, nor do you cheat at life. That is the whole point of using GLP-1s as just one of the tools. Right. Tracer Twan life, you don't need my help. I'm laughing at you thinking the content creators, you need our help. You went to me. Oh, we do. We do need y'all help. Joe, you just don't know how much we learn from one another. Yes, we do. Me and Tamika don't know it all. Oh, yes, ma'am. We need y'all help. Like Miss Linda. Miss Linda, I just picked up that 7-day fast from her. Although I only did 2 days, but it helped me. It helped me, Joe, because if you go back and look at my pattern, I'll lose 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and then the next week, boom, I gain. It's always been that cycle for me, you know. And this is the second time since I've been on this journey. I think no, the third time. The third time since I've been on my journey over 2.5 years that I lost weight 4 times in a row, 4 weeks in a row. Because normally it's 3 times, then boom, I gain. But because I said, try this liquid fast for 2 days and see if that helped you to not gain your 4th week. And guess what? I did it and it worked. So Miss Linda helped me. There's a lot of things that I can pick up from you, Joe, or anybody else. Darium. I'm gonna use him for an example. Darium is not a content creator, although sometimes I think he should be, but he said it's not for him because he brings a lot of jewels to our community. He does. Darium suggested that I pull the grocery buggy from the front the next time I go to the grocery store instead of pushing it. That way I can get in on my steps and it can track. And I was like, I didn't think about that. So the last time I went to Publix, I took a picture like this with me holding the buggy from the front so I can send it to him. And I sent it to him on Instagram. To show him, telling him thank you, that it worked. His idea worked, So, I mean, we could never know enough, Joe. What kind of grown up is a troll? Lord, there's a diagnosis there. Okay, so Joe dropping her purple heart to let you guys know she's a content creator. Tamika dropping hers. Hi, S.A. Jones TV. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Coach Meereen dropping her purple heart. JC Calamity is a new content creator. And I heard somebody say something about chicken. So JC Calamity is sharing chickens with us. So I got to check this out. Anissa dropping purple heart. Content creator. Mia said there's a wealth of info in this chat because of years of experience and different medications being used. Yes. Linda's Journey dropping her purple heart. S.A. Jones TV is a content creator. I don't think I'm following you. I got to check you out. What you offer on your channel? What do you offer? I got to check you out because I don't think I'm following you. God says he will make your trolls enemies your footstool. Yes, yes, yes. Speaking of tissues, did you get on your doctor's calendar to get your allergy meds? No, I didn't, dear. Let me tell you why. There's another person that follows me and Tamika, and she kind of give it to us too. But sometimes I don't know how to take her because sometimes she give it to me hard, and then sometimes she a little sweet with it. And so I told Tamika, I think Tamika blocked her. I said, Tamika, I'm not going to block her, not right now. I said, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. But she gave me some really good advice. So I said, okay, I'm going to try it. So I haven't done it yet, Darian. I just haven't went to the store this weekend, but I need to go. Yeah. I'm not going to say what she said because she might be listening. But yeah, but somebody gave me some advice or something to do. So I'm gonna try that first before I make my point. But thank you, Darian. You see how Darian helps hold us accountable in a good way. That's why I like him. He always be like, "Did you do this? You said you was gonna do that." Yeah. He's a great supporter. That's what got him on my Christmas list. Michelle is dropping her purple heart, so let you guys know. Check her out. Okay, no flour. Okay. Oh, so you mean you lightly coat it with the olive oil? Gotcha. I'm gonna try that. Some people are so pressed about us that are on these meds. I'm like, just do what you are doing and leave me alone. I haven't shared my journey yet with many because I get so much negative. You know what? That's how it is, Ashanti. That's how it is. It's like that. I don't. And what's so funny about it? I think a lot of the people that's hating on the journey, they really want to try it themselves. Yeah. A mature debate. Agree to disagree. Yes. 10 pounds in 18 days. Awesome. Awesome. That is great. You are doing the thing, honey. That is awesome. So, which one are you on? Hey, Linda. How are you? Linda, did you tell me you were in Hillsborough County? I want to make sure you're the one who told me you live in Hillsborough County. Good afternoon, everyone. I was driving. Hope everyone is having a joyous day. We are. We're doing great. Thank you. Yes, our bodies need to be able to recognize hunger versus being thirsty or bored. Yes, we're supposed to get hungry. I need to ask my doctor how long it'll take for me to adjust to 7.5. It's been only for 6 weeks. That's what I was told. So they said that it'll take about 6 to 8 weeks for your body to get adjusted to the next dosage. That's one of the reasons why I stayed on 7.5, 10, 2 months before I went to, the next dosage. In my humble opinion, hunger is normal and hunger cues are a part of life. If you're hungry, eat. A lot of people have more satiety than they give themselves credit for it. I'm like you, Derek. I think we're supposed to get hungry. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'll be scared of this medicine if I didn't get hungry at all. I would. I'd be scared of this medicine because I'd be like, this is not normal. I mean, I want to get hungry, but what I want is I want to be able to eat and be satisfied without overindulging. That is all I've been wanting with this medication. I've been wanting to eat in moderate amount of food without overly stuffing myself, without, how I'm gonna say this, y'all, and I say it in a joking way. Years ago, I used to work in a nursing home and do home health aid, all that kind of stuff. And they have this machine called a Hoyer lifter, and it lifts the patients up, who can't, pivot and stuff on their own. And have you ever been to a restaurant and you get so full, or not your restaurant, just home eating, and you get so full, and you don't realize how full you are until you stand up? It's like soon you stand up, you're like, oh my God, it's like you can barely get up. And when you stand up, you feel like your stomach is pulling you down to the ground because you're so full. And I would always say, Lord have mercy, I'm so full. I'm gonna need a Hoyer lifter. Get me up. I'm saying it in a joking way, but I know some people may get offended by it because a Hoyer lifter to some people is not a good thing because you have to use it to pick up patients who are immobile or whatever. But I'm not saying it in a joking way, but I will always say that, like, oh Lord, I'm so full. I'm gonna need a Hoyer lifter, just to pick me up. That is what I wanted out of this GLP-1 medication. I wanted to be able to eat without standing up and feeling like I need a Hoyer lifter to lift me. Because I remember those moments. Okay. Well, I would sit there and chomp it down and be like, whoo, pushing down the chair, trying to stand up. Am I the only one who ever felt like that getting up before after eating a meal? Okay, first time hearing mad. Yes, it's shocking at first. It can be. Yes, Virginia. Surely the hunger is a good thing. I know Sima Taisha has a brilliant video about the difference between food noise, hunger, and sugar cravings. At this stage of my journey, I only probe when asked of if I have a relationship with you. I don't want to overstep anyone's boundary. Listen, when y'all here on this channel, it's free game. I want for people to come on here and say what's on their mind, give their opinion, because I feel like we should be able, we all adults on here, you know. We all should be able to agree to disagree. We all should be able to have our opinion in this community. I would never want to be a part of a community where I can't voice my opinion. If I'm coming to your channel and you have made it known to me that my opinion don't matter to you, or you don't want to hear anything I have to say, you ain't got to worry about me. I'll never come over there again. So I'm saying to you all, the door is open, because I have learned so much from so many of you. And if you say something on this channel that is not in a negative way and it pierces my heart or make me feel uneasy, then you know what that's telling me? You are not the problem. I'm the problem. I need to fix it. I need to fix myself in that area. I use this analogy just the other day. It's just like when the pastor preaching at church. When the man up there preaching, everybody get mad at the pastor, think the pastor talking about them. All he doing is delivering the message what the Lord gave him. He just giving you scripture that's been in that book for umpteen years. But you want to get mad at this man. You know why? Because what? The word of God is quick and powerful, right? And it's sharper than any two-edged sword. That's what the word say. That's just like when we in this community and we sharing ideas, sharing suggestion, tips, giving our opinion. You know, I know some people like to say a hit dog will holler, so to speak, or whatever. That's what it is. It hit you. So now you hollering. So damn, don't never feel like you can't be you, you know, and give your opinion in a community that you've been welcome to. Because if you're in a community and you can't be you and give your opinion, then you don't need to be part of that community. Yeah. Yeah. And that's me. That's how I am. If I can't be me, if I can't be Twan, then I just won't. I won't go there. I just won't. I won't go there. So I'm telling every last one of you, it's 43 people watching right now. The door is open. I welcome all of you. I even give you guys grace and tell you, you know, post on my community wall. If you want to share something, what you're doing, or you want to share a fruit you just found out about, or some type of snack, go ahead. Because you're not only helping me, you're helping the rest of the people that's here in this community. I want everybody to feel welcome when they come here at all times. I know, trust me, I know a lot of times I probably said some things that got on y'all nerves. Anytime you around somebody for a very long time, they gonna say something that's gonna get on your nerves. Or they gonna say something that you just not gonna agree with. And that's perfectly fine. We're human. It's gonna happen. You know, but we just have to be adults about it. Let's agree to disagree. Because we're not all the same. We don't all speak the same. We don't think the same. None of us are the same. You know? Yes, I was shocked too. My first medicine as well, besides vitamins. Tamika, you better let your sister know, because I don't want to be on here too long and you got to go live. My husband has natural GLP-1s, GIPs. He breaks his fast at noon with coffee, then small brunch, and eats dinner. There are times he gets hungry, but otherwise he is rarely thinking about food. And let me tell you something, JC. Even with that fasting, when he's doing that intermittent fasting, even with that, I would play around with intermittent fasting because, you know, my nephew, he went to school. He has his degree in sports science or whatever. He even told me, he said, Auntie, intermittent fasting is good, but you got to be careful with it because you don't want your body to get used to it. Because once your body get used to it, then guess what? It's not going to be working for you anymore. You have to change it up. So I was like, okay. So then that's when I started changing up how I do intermittent fasting. I don't know all the science about it, whatever. When he told me about it, that's when I went to Dr. Diamond's channel and listened to his videos, talking about it. There's a few doctors on here that I love to listen to. Dr. Diamond is one of the ones because Dr. Diamond intentionally gained weight to lose weight to show us how it works, And I love to watch Dr. Dan. I like to watch him. Dr. Gupta, I refer to him a lot. Those are 3 doctors. Dr. G. Those are the 4 that I would say I watch the most on here. So yeah, I would say listen to some doctors on this intermittent fasting thing so that you won't just go by what I'm saying. But yeah, when you do intermittent fasting, it's good. But at some point, you have to adjust it because your body will get used to it. Then it won't be working for you anymore. I titrate up with food noise returns. Ashante, what's crazy is that the comments are coming from GLP-1 viewers. Right. Yes, you're welcome. Thanks, everyone. I'll be checking out your content. Yes. Check them out, Miss Nikki. And Miss Nikki, I would never want to give you names of a content creator who's not, who's not good, because we all good if you ask me. I don't think there's not one content creator on here on this community that I would say no, don't watch them, because we all can learn from anyone. You just have to go out on your own and find someone who's relatable to you, and that you choose or decide, who you want to follow and who you don't want to follow. When you hear me say I don't follow all content creators, it's because I have a lot of content creators that follow me. So I try to return favors back and help grow their channels, and support them. And when there's so many, you just can't watch all the videos that everybody is posting, like for instance, Michelle's Mirror. She's a new content creator. I'm saying her name because I see her name in the chat. Michelle's Mirror is a new content creator. She puts out a lot of videos. I can't watch all her videos. I can watch some of them, but not all of them, because I have to, try to watch videos of other people as well. So a lot of time I try to look at the title to see what the video is about, and I'll be like, oh wow, yeah, I like this. This is interesting. Let me watch this, or something like that. But what I will do is whenever I've caught up on all of my notifications and things like that, then if I don't have anything to listen to, any notification, whatever, then I'll go to, a lot of the GLP-1 content creators. I go to their channel to see what video they have out there that I haven't watched yet. And the reason I know that is because every time I watch a video, after the video ends, then I hit the like. So if I put up a video and there's no like or a comment from me, well, put it this way, if there's no like, that means I didn't watch the video completely. But if there's a comment, that means I watched it and I stopped at some point. That's how I do stuff. I watch and I comment as I'm watching it, because sometimes I can't watch the whole video at one time because I'm watching while I'm working or in the middle of doing something. So I go back to it and try to pick up from where I left off from. And after I complete it, then I'll hit like. But yeah, there's so many content creators out there, Ms. Nikki. So many. You just have to search for GLP-1. When people names pop up, just start watching and see who you like. Then the Journey 7-day fast was brilliant. Yes, it was. Yes, I enjoyed them. This morning I had a half a pancake, half a turkey patty, and 1 scrambled. It was full. Awesome. I heard that I was like, I am going to try pulling from the front. Yes, hit the like, you guys. Tawana. Wait, Jennifer, are you out here creating? Yes, she just started. She said, you very new? Okay. And Twan, tell your husband the Cowboys are playing right now. He probably not watching them, Michelle. not watching somebody, so who knows? You're not as active? Okay. You're going to start very soon. Awesome, awesome. Hajari helped me tremendously and are continuing to help. Oh, that's awesome. Don't laugh at my content, y'all. Listen, essay. And you go back and look at some of my first video and you'll be laughing at me too. We have to start from somewhere, sis. We had to start from somewhere. I have not told my family, only my husband. Darian say, wow, that's amazing. Progress. Zepbound. Okay, okay. Definitely, you want to be active as far as sharing as much as you okay with. Because I tell you, it brought so much joy for me to go back and look at some of my very first videos this morning. I mean, just looking at, I couldn't hardly breathe. It's like I was out of breath. I'm talking and recording and couldn't even hardly breathe. I'm looking at me like, oh my God, my neck was all like this, and my arms was, my stomach was, oh my God. Whew. It's been a long time coming. Glory, hallelujah. I was a hot mess. You hear me? A hot mess. So don't worry. Don't worry about the essay, but you start recording as much as you can so you can always go back a year from now, 2 years from now, and be like, who's that girl? Oh my goodness. Tamika, it's almost 4:30, sis. Yes. This lady right here is a champ, honey. 145 pounds. And Mill says she been hungry all through her journey. Me too, Mill. You okay? So you are in Hillsborough County. Email me, Linda. I want to send you an invite to my breast cancer awareness event that I'm doing. Yeah, because I think Miss Linda, I don't think Miss Linda ever went up to the high dosage, and she's lost over 100 pounds. Right. Tamika, you may need to talk about that a little bit more on your live. I don't know what you got planned today, but maybe do another live and really just talk about your experience, and everything that people can ask questions. Because I remember that. I remember. Ashanti say when she started at 5, she had to remind herself to eat. And yes, that's scary. Mia says 426.6 pounds. I felt like a beach wheel. Unfortunately, thank goodness for medication. I'm telling you, Mia, I felt like I was about to burst. Please press the like button. We have some of the new folks here and we love it. Please make sure you subscribe. Yes, and hit the notification bell. I definitely recognize that feeling, Twan. I got to the stage where I couldn't push myself up. I had to either roll off the settee or 2 men had to pull me up. It's scary, but I was there, Joe. Wow, Meal, sorry to hear that. I have been the opposite. I'm not hungry at all, reminding myself to eat for fuel to keep my energy up. We all have a different struggle on this journey. Yes, that's true. Yes, her journey is incredible. I can't wait till she come up and share it. One thing you won't hear from me is I will not comment on women's bodies or about women's life experience. Yeah. Not a woman, not my place, not Twanin. Yep. And I respect that, Darium. I do. I carry my cup that holds 6 cups of water, drink 3 or 4 of these a day, so much water and many trips to the potty. The community is how we will be successful on maintenance. You know what? I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get ready to end this because I know Tamika supposed to be going live at 4:30. Do you know I don't get up and go to the bathroom as much as I used to? The urinate on 15 as I used to on all the other dosages of medication that I've been on. And I've been starting to wonder, is it because I'm drinking more of my water before I get off work? Because lately I've been making myself drink more water. That's 64 ounces that I take to work. I've been making myself finish those 64 ounces before I leave work. That when I come home, I don't have to, um, drink as much fluid. Or is it that I'm getting rid of a lot of the inflammation, a lot of the retention that my body was holding, and that's why I'm not getting up urinating so many times during the night. I've been thinking about that lately. When I heard V said something, she's not on here tonight, but V said something on her channel about her getting up and using the bathroom a lot or something. And I said, I haven't really been urinating like that at night anymore. So I remember saying to my husband, when I said, I ain't gotta be using the restroom all night. Shocking. You're getting hydration. Yep. That's amazing. Twan, I feel like you sitting at your kitchen table. You feel like you sit at my kitchen table. Oh, okay. Are you saying we can disagree without being disagreeable? Not really saying it like that. I'm saying you can disagree without me getting mad and upset with you and want to block you and all that kind of stuff. You're free to disagree. That's what I'm saying. That don't mean I gotta always agree with you. That mean that okay, yeah, I disagree with you, but we still cool. Ain't nothing changed. We still gonna laugh and kick the food with each other. That's what I'm saying. Oh, he don't do it on purpose. That's just his family. None don't eat before noon. It's interesting. They eat two main meals. I know they say a lot of Italian people does that. Yeah, I love Dr. G. I don't do intermittent fasting. I eat 3 meals. People eat 3 meals and still do intermittent fasting. Dr. Jason Fung is a brilliant person to watch. He explains intermittent fasting really simply. Okay, I have to check him out. Hey, Round Mound Zepbound, how are you? Hello, and give me the traditional holiday food. I know that's right. Bring it on, because I won't sit. I won't. And you know what, RMZ? Me and my husband thought we were finna watch you live the other day. I said, RMZ going live. He doing a a thing on men's health. I don't know why I got confused with it. And I pulled up his channel. I was like, well, why he went live? And I pulled up his channel and it said Tuesday. I was like, oh God, here I am thinking I'm going to introduce my husband to something new. And I was all mixed up about it. So we will be checking you out Tuesday night. Checking you live. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard that Teddy, Empowered Wellness with Teddy Z is going to be on there. So we'll be over. We'll be watching you. That's okay. You'll get the essay. Just keep going, sis. And Tamika is still on here. Tamika, I thought you was going live at 4:30. Tamika, what time are you going live? We're going to leave my live and come over to you. What time you going live, Tamika? It's great to get out there and find your people. You will find people you love and others not as much. Right. Hey, Felicia. What's your favorite dish on the table? My favorite is mushy peas. Never heard of mushy peas, Joe. What is mushy peas? Is this like a bean pie or something? Look at what you did to help your body get to where it is right now, Tracy Twaunslifetv. I watch your old content when it suggested Twan. Okay, thank you. Hi, I1 Evans. I have to get my eating under control. I out eat. Oh, you out eat the pen. Well, maybe I would suggest tracking what you eat first and introducing yourself to more protein. That's what I had to do. That more protein and more fiber gonna help keep you satisfied and full longer, so you won't out eat the pen. And then too, what dosage are you on? Yeah, take a look at me now. Oh, you're gonna have your greens, your ham, mac and cheese, your dressing with the gravy at a minimum. There you go. Yep. Miss Linda still on the 5. I knew you were still on a low dosage. You've been on 5 for 32 weeks. Well, maybe that's the problem. I won. Maybe you've been on that 5 too long. Because think about it, that's one of those lower dosages. You've been on that 32 weeks. Yeah, it's time for you to move on up. Long time. Yeah, long time. That's wonderful, Linda. Yep. Joe sticks and down. You need the mushy. Sounds delicious. Might need to go have a word with my mom and see if I can put some greens and ham on the menu. So excited for the pen on Tuesday. My brother is meeting with the doctor in October to start the conversation about GLP. Good. Once you try mushy, you'll never eat peas the same way again. Yeah, you got to share that with us, Joe. I'm interested in that because I love me some peas. You mentioned active olfactory GLP-1 receptors causing the post-nasal drip. Have you found any solutions? Lots of tissue. Faye K. Ray, healthy blood sugar levels and healthy pressure, less potty trips. That's probably why. That's what it is then. Because I noticed that lately I haven't been, going as much. Because my blood sugar levels are better now. And my healthy blood pressure. Maybe my blood pressure is, I haven't checked my blood pressure in a while. So I need to start back checking it again. I had got to a point where I stopped checking it because I wasn't being in the 150s anymore. So I need to start back checking it. Thank you, Faye. I appreciate you dropping in with that. Twaun is amazing content creator with the love and passion for everyone's journey, but she is not. Thank you, Darian. I am not a doctor. I've got to put my little banner thing on today. There's Harjorie. Hey, sis. She live now. Okay, y'all. My sister done went live. So I got to get off here. Y'all go over and y'all go follow. She is Tamika. Everyone. She is Tamika is live. I'm going to get off here and go show my sister some love and support. Somebody drop the link for She is Tamika. Y'all go over. It's 35 of us. Y'all go follow my sister. Let's go follow her and support her. She is Tamika. She is Tamika, and Tamika is she. She is live. She been live 6 minutes. Let's go over. I'm going to go in this live so I can go follow and support her. Thank you guys so very much for coming over to Trace of Twaun's Life. I love each one of you guys. I will be on her live, and then after her, I'll be over on G's 1 of 1, checking him out so he can give his weekly update and review. All right, you guys, have a good Sunday.